let you know how to add things to your calendar. I started off on the dashboard. We'll go back here, and your dashboard looks like so. And we're going to come over to the left-hand side where it says events, and we can look at all events first, just for teaching purposes today. You'll notice that some of them are reoccurring events, like your Pokemon Club, your ladies group every month on the third Thursday, and so on. So some things like your Sunday school, I just ended it at the end of the year. If you need to change that, we will learn how to do that as well in this video. There's a lot to learn. Please save this video so that you can maybe go back to it if there's something that you don't understand. And as always, you can contact me if you need some assistance with something that you can't figure out or can't do. So we can go to add new on the left-hand side or add new up here. I'm going to add new right there. And we're going to say that you're going to do a Thanksgiving potluck. Okay. If something gets to be too long, the calendar is squares. This is going to come out more for a rectangular setting. So if something gets more than, I'm going to say like 15, 18 characters, you're going to want to put a break. And that's just like hitting the shift button or return button on your computer that'll shift it down one. We'll see what that looks like once we're finished with this. If you had additional information that you wanted to put in here, you could put that in here. I have the turkey will be provided, bring a side dish to pass, nothing with peanuts, please. Maybe somebody has an allergy or something, but you don't have to put anything in there, but if you want to, you can. And again, I have it on text, just like I indicated when you do a sermon, to have it on the text portion. This is how it will look to people when they, why does it want me to do that? Oh, it wants a comment in there. Okay, so anyway, that's how it will look. We're going to choose a date, and it'll show up the current month, but we're going to switch over to November. And Thanksgiving is this week, so we'll assume we'll have this dinner on the 19th. The starting time, we'll say sometime in the afternoon, so I'll just pick 4:30. And reoccurrence, none, and exclusion, none at this time. I'll show you how to use those in when we're done with this part. Now it says featured image. If you want to add a featured image, it kind of gives interest to it. You can click on that. I don't have anything for Thanksgiving in here, but I do on my computer. So I'm going to go over, you know, if I did, you could just click on it and then hit set featured image. But I do not at this moment. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to my desktop where I just downloaded something that says Thanksgiving Church Potluck. And that will serve as an image. And I'm going to hit set featured image. And then that image will show up over here. And from there, that's all we have to do. We picked a date, we picked a time, and we'll hit publish. Okay, now I'm going to go and look how it looks on your page. So I'm going to go over to your main page here. I'm going to click on calendar. And again, your current month shows. I'm going to click over to November. And we see that now we have the potluck. And if you can see here how Thanksgiving potluck is not all on one line, it probably would have fit. But anytime you start reducing your screen, you reduce the size of that section that your information is in. As you see here, I've given this 2 lines. So that means here I'd put that BR in the brackets right here. So if you look at this, it shows up with your image right there. You can click on it. Once you click on it, then it'll give the extra information that we added. Again, if they click on it and there was nothing right here, then that would be a blank area and just has the date and the time. I'll go back to the home page on there. All right. You're not having a Thanksgiving potluck, so I'm going to delete this at this time. I don't know if I said this or not, but make sure you hit, it says publish right here instead of update when you want to make sure that something is right. But I'm going to move this to the trash at the moment because we're not having one. As you see here for the Pokemon Club, I did give you an image because it, like, again, it just kind of looks nice sometimes. All right, so we're going to add something new. We're going to add a reoccurring event. So let's say you're starting a new confirmation class. Okay, and it's going to start we'll say in November, and it'll be on Fridays, okay? And we'll say, it's for an adult, so we'll do a morning time. We'll say 9 a.m. You don't have to put the end time or anything like that. How often do we want to do this? Well, this person wants to meet weekly, so we're going to hit weekly, okay? And it shows it'll hit the same day of the week, meaning all Fridays. But we do know that we are not going to have class. I'm going to scroll over here. We started it on the 3rd. We started it in November, and we're not going to have class on the 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to go ahead and exclude that time. I'm going to hit that, and that shows now it'll happen every week, but it won't happen on this particular Friday. And we'll look at that on the calendar in just a second. And you know that your class is 8 weeks long. So if we go to 8 weeks, we come down. Now we've skipped a week, and then we have Christmas time. So maybe you're not going to have class there, and you maybe won't have class this week either. So then we takes us into January as far as, whoops, I hit the wrong thing here. Sorry about that. We wanted to exclude dates here. Sorry. Okay, so we've excluded these dates from your classes, and the ending date we would like to put in January, and we'll say we're just assuming you're going to be done by January 12th. So it will appear on your calendar for the next several weeks, every week, except for these 3 dates. And we got the time, and I'm just going to hit publish so we can see what that looks like on the calendar. Go to calendar again, and we'll go to November. And here's your confirmation class at 9 a.m. We're not having it this week because that's Thanksgiving week. And let's go into December. And we're having it the first 3 weeks, but not here because Christmas is coming up and it's so busy. And then we'll go into January. And then we have the last class listed here. Okay? So that's how you do something that's reoccurring. Now, let's say, this is another kind of thing. We're going to change all of that. I'm going to get rid of all of these here and get rid of that. And let's say you want to do this twice a month. So we're going to hit monthly, and we're going to hit specific weeks. This person is only available, we'll say, on the 1st and on the 4th Fridays of the month. And again, we might want to still exclude some of those dates. So we'll see here. Go back to November. So this would be the 4th. So we're not going to have it after Thanksgiving. So we'll click on that one. And then the 4th week here would be there. So we'll just say that. And so let's look how that looks. I'm going to update it. Reload this, and so now it shows you that the confirmation classes are only on the 1st and the 4th of every month, and this again would be the 1st of February if we were doing it. And I didn't put an end time to this one, if you noticed. Reoccur until, and you can leave it. You don't have to put an ending time. You can just, when you're done with it, you can just delete this whole thing by saying move to trash. But we'll update it at this point. We'll see how it looks over here under all events. We have our confirmation class every month, the 1st and 4th Friday. All right, let's say you're done with class. All you have to do is trash that. And it's not there anymore. And that's how you do reoccurring events, how you can exclude some dates, how you can pick different, like communion. If it's the first Sunday of the month, then, and that's how I do have your communion. It's every month, the first Sunday. So let's just look at that and see how that's set up. So I picked monthly, and then I picked on the same day of the week. You can pick, if you always have something that's always on the 4th of the month, you can click that and you can indicate that it's the 4th. And obviously with communion, we're not choosing a date, but if you were having a certain event on a certain Sunday and you weren't going to have communion that Sunday, then you certainly could click this and say that we're not having communion on the 5th of November or something. So that's how that one looks. And that's the long and short of adding to your calendar.